Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope y'all are doing good. I just wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit about finishing songs, and not probably in the way that everyone likes to talk about it with mixing and editing and technical things, but more about a system of moving from that initial creative burst into finishing the song. Because too often we lose our energy after we spend a day or two in the studio recording and getting the song written, and all of our initial ideas are out there. It's a bigger task sometimes to actually finish the thing. And there's a really simple set of things that I do in order to keep myself in that finalization stage in my mind and finish more songs and just avoid having a bunch of ideas or demos piling up without actually seeing them to the very end. So I want to pull up a song that I haven't really entered the stage in yet. I started it earlier this year. I spent maybe 2 days or so on it. So I'm just going to play the first bit of it and take some notes on it and be really blunt with myself, be really quick, just go with my gut feelings on things. I'm looking for things that really stand out immediately, because the other stuff is where we start getting into sort of toxic perfectionism with ourselves, and we want to avoid that right now. We want to get to a final version of this.
That you keep about it. Conversation, can we talk about it? Are we not living out the future started? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Cause now I'm frozen in your headlights. There's something blinding underneath your eyes. Can't always make me read between the lines. So tell me where we going wrong. Cause I can't add it up. I'm moving forward, circles back to where we started from. I think I've said enough. I know I talk too much when it gets cold around the both of us alone in love. Tell me what's going through your head and the sound and nothing while you're shutting down. Tell me, cause now you got me guessing about what's going down. I wonder now, have you fallen out of love with me? Feels like you're falling out of love with me. Tell me if you wanna walk away from the thought of me. Tell me.
Yeah, so I just have a couple notes on this. Like, this is sounding pretty good. I like it. But I know that there are a couple things that I get bored from that I jotted down here, and I want to make sure that I solve those problems first. And I would go through this whole song and do something like this and be really quick, really not overthink it, not listen to it 50 million times, because I'm really trying to identify the steps right away that need to be done. So some of the stuff is really, really straightforward. It's good to keep things concise and blunt, especially if you're going to be sharing this with another producer or whatever collaboration you're using. Keeps things really streamlined for them and showcases that you have a vision and clear idea about what you want. So you can start to get more in-depth, though, about things like chorus differentiation. And to explain that, like, I feel in this sense there's not enough contrast between the verse and the chorus. And, like, that's an abstract note to kind of deal with. So you want to kind of start brainstorming and having some ideas about what that solution is going to be. And for me, I put, adding saturation, adding some sort of chunky instrument. Another feeling that I have is that I probably need to filter out that drum loop beforehand so that when the filter opens up, it feels like the chorus opens as well. And that's a big problem to solve. But now I have some sort of task to do, and this is short right now. I'm just spending a small amount of time, but this can be a whole page worth of things depending on how far along the song is. So how I really stay on track with this is I take these and copy them, and I use a system inside of Trello, which, if you haven't heard of, is a really cool organization time management tool that I use religiously because I'm a goldfish and I forget about what to do all the time. If I don't put things down, if it's not written down, it doesn't get done. And that's just me, but I find that this tool really helps me. And so I have a couple columns in here that are always being filled with tasks that I have to do, tasks that I'm doing, tasks that I've done, and things that get in the way because of life or waiting on other people or whatever, I'll put on hold. So I'll just add this song to things that have to be done. And sometimes I'll break this down into these tasks, or I'll put the tasks inside of here. So let's run with this. So now when I open up this project, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-ish notes before this thing is probably close to being done. And the chorus differentiation is probably going to take the longest because it's a little bit abstract. But these are the things that I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to get distracted while listening through and being like, oh no, I don't like that. Let me turn this up, or let me listen to this. Let me ask the producer to turn this thing up 3 dB, and then I don't know. If you've gone through this completion process and struggled and it's taken a long time, you know how comprehensive and time-consuming shooting notes back and forth is, and endlessly tweaking. So this helps me avoid that. This helps me identify the biggest problems that I have with the song, and I can just focus my attention on those and fix them. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to schedule time next to do that. Let's just, for the sake of argument, open up my blank calendar here and just schedule a block of time. And I'm not going to stick to this probably, but just for the sake, like, this is going to be done. If you're not working on it yourself, like, get a timeline from your producer. If they have any clue what they're doing something like this to stay on task. If they're not, it's probably causing time delays and problems. So you want to schedule a time, you want to set limitations for yourself to get just these tasks done. Like, that's all you want to focus on. And once you have that in place and are just knocking these things out one by one instead of thinking about the grander scheme of things and all amidst all of the other tasks that we have to do, in life, it really helps streamline the workflow, and you'll find that you're completing things a lot better when you're being intentional about your revisions and staying in that finalization process. So yeah, I mean, really simple things, probably a long-winded way of explaining it, but I hope that if you don't have a system in place and you're a creative person and you're making music, that you start to adopt something that works for you, that keeps you on track with things and stops you from getting distracted by minor details constantly, and focusing on the big picture by focusing on the small picture. So yeah, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe to this channel, check out my website, comment below, anything like that. We know the drill. Yeah, have a good one.